I'm sure there's a million people out in Griddle Nation that are okay with corned beef hash out of a can. I'm not the only one. When it comes to corned beef hash, it's one of my favorite breakfasts to make. My kids love it. Whether you're using fresh homemade corned beef leftover or using deli cut corned beef, or if you're struggling like a mom like me and just like it out of the can, it's a quick, simple breakfast that everyone will love, and it's great for feeding a crowd. Let me show you guys how to make this corned beef hash with eggs on your Blackstone. I know I'm the queen of all things homemade, and I'm always pushing you guys to show you how fast and easy it is to do things that way. However, in these times, I've learned to be okay with taking shortcuts. One of them is using canned corned beef for my corned beef hash in the morning. This also makes for the perfect Sunday morning breakfast, maybe after a long night. We'll start with a little onion that I do like to add to my corned beef hash. Chop this up, chop up our green onion as well, and then get our potatoes roughly chopped, ready for our griddle. Our griddle is running on 400 degrees. I love the E-Series. If you don't have this yet, this is a must-have, especially on these freezing cold days, which I know Sean is thankful about filming inside today because it is icicles outside.
It's like 10 degrees outside.
Can't do it. It's the E-Series to the rescue. We'll get a little bit of oil and butter mixed together to melt down onto our griddle. Throw these onions and potatoes to start off. Let these get nice and crispy. You can shut the lid during this cooking time. Keep checking on them. We want to season with a little bit of salt, pepper, and a last minute decision. Everybody needs garlic powder. I love garlic on everything. We'll do a little smoked paprika as well. Let these hang out and move over to our canned corned beef. I think I made Sean nervous when he saw this, but I know there's tons of people, there's gotta be, in Griddle Nation that love using this shortcut. Who out there, if you guys use the canned corned beef, what is your favorite brand? Because I've been testing out a few different ones to find my favorite. My biggest struggle is trying to figure out how to open up these cans.
What are these cans from, like the 1920s?
Oh my gosh, this, you should have seen the first time I did this a few weeks ago. It was a struggle. The struggle was real. But once you get this out and drop it into your potatoes and onions and let this start cooking, the beauty of this is that this corned beef crisp up along the edges. It's really actually delicious, and we've fallen in love with it, so I hope you guys try it at home. This is one of those recipes, again, Sean, what do we call it?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Stick with me here. I'm not going to show you anything that I wouldn't eat. This is delicious. Just keep mixing this, allowing all of that crispy caramelization to happen on the corned beef, and those potatoes and onions continue to fry. You can add a little more butter and or oil as needed. Once this looks perfect, we're gonna make some cavities for our eggs to drop into. Now, I personally have to have a dippy, drippy, beautiful, sexy egg is what I call them. Sean, you don't like dippy eggs, do you?
I prefer them scrambled.
That's okay. You could do this with scrambled eggs. You could do it with any kind of eggs, but for me, it's gotta be a runny yolk. Let me know how you guys like your eggs at home. We'll close the lid to allow this to steam, and at the same time, we'll let our toast, we're using rye today, toast up right on our griddle surface. I wanna season our eggs with our lumberjack seasoning. This stuff is so delicious. Make sure to flip your bread so it toasts evenly. I love adding loads of fresh green onions over the top, not only for the flavor, but doesn't it just make it look so beautiful?
It gives it that pop of color it needs.
It sure does. You gotta be a little bougie, zhuzh it up. In less than 10 minutes, our breakfast is ready. We'll plate this up, a little bit of butter on our bread, extra green onions for me, post us, of course, of our lumberjack seasoning. And now it is time to, what do I always say? I realize I'm saying this in every video. And now it's time to dive in, because I literally love diving into food. If you're a corned beef hash breakfast kind of girl like me, or guy, Be sure to let me know down below. My rule is to post a picture because we love sharing your remakes of all of our videos that we post for you on the Blackstone YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until next time, I'm Blackstone Betty, and I cannot wait to see you guys for another family style favorite in my next video.